pull out right now. Right now.
After a particularly vicious attack, an elite American soldier is separated from his unit after a brutal skirmish. Ordered to hold his position for reinforcements, he instead ventures alone into a nearby structure. Utilizing his hyperspectral imaging goggles, he encounters a translucent humanoid entity, visible only through his specialized equipment. Before he can radio for further instructions, the entity moves through him, instantly ending his life, his final moments broadcasted back to the command base. Meanwhile, in the US, Dr. Mark Sanders, a scientist working for DARPA, finalizes his latest project, a machine designed to disintegrate materials using directed waves. During a demonstration for top military officials, his success is met with immediate interest, though their focus is on its potential for weaponization. Upon his arrival at the American base in Chisinau, Mark is greeted by General Orland and CIA operative Frank Carter. They show him footage captured from the fallen soldier's helmet cam, where he first observes the eerie apparition. Mark notes a subtle distortion right before the entity materializes. Determined to gather more data, Mark unveils a hyperspectral camera, an advanced version of the goggles. As Mark preps the equipment for vehicle mounting, the soldiers tease him for tampering with their gear, only to be silenced by Captain Cabrera, an old friend of Mark's. The mission briefing reveals that the missing squad vanished inside a 5-story apartment complex situated in insurgent-controlled territory. The team reaches the building unchallenged, cautiously advancing through its eerily silent corridors. As they proceed, sensors detect movement, leading them to discover Sergeant Comstock cowering beneath an overturned bathtub. Traumatized, he confirms that his entire squad was wiped out and insists he witnessed something beyond human comprehension. Venturing to the upper levels, the team encounters one of the Spectres. A soldier instinctively opens fire, landing direct hits. The entity retaliates, phasing through the man and instantly killing him. Chaos ensues as the Spectre attacks indiscriminately, effortlessly bypassing conventional weaponry. With casualties mounting, Mark urges a retreat. Grenades are deployed in desperation, yet even explosives prove ineffective. Cabrera orders an immediate extraction. The remaining troops rappel out the windows, but the entity pursues them relentlessly, claiming more lives before they can reach the truck. As they escape, Mark activates the hyperspectral camera, capturing crucial data. The footage reveals humanoid features, including a recognizable human face, perplexing him. Cabrera makes a last stand to buy time, sacrificing himself before the survivors speed away. Mid-flight, Mark interrogates Comstock about his experience. Just as Comstock begins to elaborate, their truck hits a mine, flipping violently. The explosion kills the drivers and knocks Comstock unconscious, his life ending on impact. Scrambling from the wreck, the team retreats into an abandoned factory for cover. Checking their surroundings, Mark's camera reveals numerous Spectres attempting to breach the factory, halted by a perimeter of iron filings laid across the threshold. Someone had prepared this barrier. A sudden noise draws their attention. With weapons ready, they storm a locked room, startling 2 local siblings, Sari and Bogdan. Seeking further clues, a transmission from command confirms reinforcements will arrive at dawn in an open plaza half a mile away. Mark devises a plan. Using the factory's iron supply, they craft makeshift grenades to counter the Spectres. Additionally, he modifies the hyperspectral camera into a searchlight to expose the entities in combat. Their work is interrupted when they realize Spectres are bypassing the barrier by leaping across power lines. Forced to flee, the team engages in a desperate firefight, utilizing their iron-infused rounds. Though effective, the blasts occasionally knock them back due to recoil. Reaching the plaza, they take refuge in a bus, only for the searchlight's battery to die, leaving them vulnerable. As tension peaks, rescue helicopters arrive, equipped with their own searchlights. However, the reinforcement soldiers, unaware of the Spectre's immunity to conventional weapons, suffer heavy losses. The Spectres dismantle the tanks but fail to pass through ceramic components. Overwhelmed, the team prepares for the worst, but Mark, in a last-ditch effort, detonates iron grenades beneath the helicopters. The rotor wash spreads iron dust across the plaza, dispersing the Spectres and allowing their escape. En route to a new stronghold, they observe the Spectres spreading throughout the city. At the bunker, surviving forces regroup, including General Orland, who recounts the base's devastating fall. As internal debates arise on how to proceed, Mark pieces together the truth. The Spectres are man-made, formed using Bose-Einstein condensates, a phenomenon requiring immense energy, explaining their connection to the Mazarov power plant. Determined to end the threat, the team launches an assault on the power plant, deploying Mark's modified weapons. While soldiers battle outside, Mark and Fran infiltrate the facility, uncovering grim evidence, captured civilians used as neural hosts for the Spectres. With time running out, they trigger an emergency shutdown. The resulting shockwave annihilates the Spectres, revealing their tortured human faces in their final moments. In the aftermath, the military seeks to recover the technology, but Mark, unwilling to let science be used for destruction again, chooses a different path. As the world remains unaware of the horrors unleashed, Mark, burdened with the truth, prepares for the next battle, one that may not just be against the Spectres, but against those who seek to wield them.